So, hello, founders. With great enthusiasm, though the annual meetup didn't go as expected, there was network on my end. As I said before, I was en route from a funeral, and I expected to have this kind of space and silence, but that couldn't happen. And here I am. I'm going to do a recording of what I was supposed to pitch today, having a really good history of Founders Tanzania up to the present moment, and also talking about the future that we is very exciting on our end, and what we're expecting to have in 2024. So my deepest apologies, but that's the price to pay, and we have to move on regardless. So we're going to have this recording. So for the Tanzania started back in 2021, and it came from this personal observation of the ecosystem, and that was before, and probably some things are up even this particular moment. And one of the problem was many startup founders lack quick access to opportunities and support. So you can have that quick access of various opportunities. So we've had very low turnout in international spaces, even local spaces. Very few Tanzanian in TEF and other international recognized competitions and the like, and also support, even the founder to founder support. It was very hard to find. So there was also a lack of common platform for founders and other stakeholders, such as investors, ESOs, and the like. There was that lack of a common platform. Moreover, there is inaccurate data due to the lack of visibilities of Tanzanian startups. So, as we know, and this data that in Tanzania there are over 600 startups by TSA, but where are they? What is the size of their team? What is their progress compared to annual progress from 2022 to 2023? What is their progress? What have they done? What are their products? What are they selling? So those type of data is missing in the ecosystem, and we are trying to fill that with Founders Tanzania. And what is Founders Tanzania? So Founders Tanzania is a platform or a community for founders by founders, and it was solely made to address all the above problems. And the key value propositions is accessibility, access to opportunities and events, visibility, showcasing these founders to the world, and also transparency. So those are the main pillars and the value proposition of Founders Tanzania. And it started with only providing access to opportunities. From then, it grew to the Founders Tanzania Forum, whereby founders can now express their minds. What is challenging, what is a barrier to them, what is the opportunity, how do they feel, what are the thoughts of other founders in some things, and also founders get it to even meet co-founders in those in the Founders Tanzania Forum. So that was created, and so far up to now we have grown from 18 to over 250 startup founders. And these are the first 18 members. As you can see in the photo, we were at Innovate program. And also our Founders Tanzania Forum has grown to over 400 members. So being an invite-only community, this is a really big progress to us. And 2023 has been a really good year as we've been able to grow tremendously. Moreover, we have shared to about 2,000 opportunities and events in the Founders Tanzania community. And over 30 founders have been featured in over 6 media outlets such as DW, CGTN, Mwananchi, The Chanzo, and more platforms. And as you can see, this is Rafia being featured at Techno Bonifu. And we've had online sessions whereby with these online sessions, we've had over 500 attendees, viewers, and also the attendees and the online viewers. And this has created impact, as we've had one testimony saying the how to attract investors enabled them to have over 20,000 of USD in funding from these lessons. And we've had 2 founder meetups. We agreed to have 1 meetup per quarter. We've had 2. We've had one in May, and we've had one in September, which attracted a thought leader and also a teacher from Nigeria called Dr. Shogo, and which had over 70 attendees. And we also, before it was an invite-only community whereby founder to founder could invite each other through the WhatsApp community. But later, we thought of having a founders.tz website whereby other founders will be able to read about what we do, what is our vision and mission, and also be able to join from the site. So we've had a lot of founders joining through that through that way. And that came from the launch of our Founders.tz website back in May. Moreover, this quarter we launched our first directory. We've had the first list of founders, but now we have a directory which is responsive, whereby founders can enroll or add their information, and it will be directly represented on the site. So this directory is for global visibility. So one can be able to learn about the founder, what they do, what is their LinkedIn, and other categories such as where is the location and more. So that is all in the Founders Tanzania directory. So all this has been achieved with the good support of founders that we have in the community, and also good support of the managers, people who are running these communities, and also the leadership in this community. So this has been well done by these founders for the past 2 years. Moreover, our target members are the startup founders themselves, and also the aspiring founders, these youth who are looking to be founders. And the size of the market or the target, we have over 44 million youth in Tanzania. That is per 2022 census. And also we have over 14 million unemployed youth in Tanzania, with over 600 startups as reported by TSA in 2023. So our vision is to have a vibrant African startup ecosystem, not only Tanzania, but a vibrant African startup ecosystem that fosters collective growth of startups, local talent, and investments. Now that has been since inception, 2021 up to 2023. What we have in store for 2024 is much grand, much bigger, and it is full of energy and drive. So we're going to launch something called the Founders Confessions. And this is going to be a podcast, a one-on-one podcast championed by the famous Leila Mohammed. And in this, a founder is going to speak about their journey. What has been their journey up to now? What have they been able to achieve? What is the challenges they have faced and more. So we're going to talk to founders one on one, and moreover, we're going to have the founders cycle. So this is another type of podcast that we enroll all different founders, and it's going to have over around 5 hosts. And we're going to talk about what has happened in the ecosystem in that particular week. We have Isai Matias, who champions the release of weekly roundups of what has happened in the ecosystem. So within the founder cycle, we're going to discuss what has happened in the ecosystem. So for example, we've had the recent startup policy by TSA, what that means to startups. Why should we have it? So the founder cycle is going to be a place whereby we dive deep in the whys and what and the hows that we believe with forums like this, we can instill understanding and change in the founders community. On top of that, we're going to have the Founders Pulse. So as we said before, one of the main pillars of Founders Tanzania is the visibility. And the Founders Pulse is going to be an article about a specific founder that is going to be released only once a week. And this is going to be championed by Zena. Zena will be in charge of researching and also publishing these articles on the Founders Tanzania LinkedIn page and also on the Medium. So Founders Pulse is going to talk about stories of founders, what has been their journey and their challenges. So the same thing done with the Founders Confessions is going to be done with the Founders Pulse, but through an article to increase the visibility of these founders. As we said before, one of the challenges is the searching about founders on Google, and it's very hard to find. But we are trying to ease that using these previous products. Now we've spoken so far about that, but the main thing that we're going to launch in 2024 is the Founders Fund. Now, we know a lot of founders are having challenges to the access of capital. We've had big stories such as Nala, Credible, and Rosho, and other big shots raising a significant amount of money. But we know as founders, sometimes we just need 2 million shillings to solve something very minimal so that life can go on in our startups. So the Founders Fund is going to be an easy way for founders to access capital. And it's going to operate on the backbone of a SACCOS model. That is, founders contribute a certain amount per month, and later they can request loans from the Founders Fund and then use them in their own doings for a very small interest. So this is what is going to happen starting January 2024. And we've had a committee that has been working and championing this for the whole quarter of 2023, the last quarter. And we believe uh, we have created the constitution, the leadership, and everything is ready, and the raise are ready, and we're waiting to onboard more founders in the year 2024. So a glimpse of what this is going to be about is that the whole year of 2024 is going to be of collection. We're going to collect funds to achieve at least 10 million so that we can open our own circles by the end of 2024. And the founders are going to have this monthly collective collection fee that is 85,000, so that each founder can at least gather at least 1 million by the end of the year. We have our bank account at TCB, and we have a system that is called Mfukopesa, developed by our own founder called Simba. And this is going to happen in 2024. We're going to release an official document talking about the Founders Fund and how one can join in this. So we call founders that are looking to have their own way of accessing capital to join the Founders Fund in 2024, when it's going to be officially announced in the second week of January. So welcome all founders, and this is about the Founders Fund. And lastly, I would love to introduce the managing team that has been behind all this progress, that has been at Founders Tanzania for the past 2 years, and also introduce also some sub leadership within the management committee. And I am Kusi Luka, the founder and CEO of Founders Tanzania. Isai Matias is our COO, Patricia is our CSO and the chief marketing, and also Gerard Mukama is the CTO behind some of the technical improvements. So beneath this, there is a Founders Fund Committee that has been running for nearly 3 months, conducting meetings and trying to create the structure of the Founders Fund. I would like to acknowledge that committee, and also there's the leadership of the Founders Fund that is also championed by the Founders Fund Committee. I would like to acknowledge that, and also I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the Founders Tanzania devs. These are behind all the technical creations and the Founders Fund, Founders Tanzania website, the Wix site prototype, and more. So I'd love to acknowledge the presence of the Founders Tanzania devs, and also this leadership for championing the growth of the Founders Tanzania so far. So that has been the journey. Founders, other ecosystem players, and more. So thank you for being patient today, because we had some network issues, but I would really appreciate the support that you've been able to show so far, that has helped us achieve these milestones and these big goals. I really like the pace. I really love the people contributing to this growth. I really love the energy that founders give. Nothing in here could be achieved without you guys on board. And as a founder, I never thought that we would reach so far, but thank you all for helping us reach this far. So we've had a lovely run in 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024 is going to be our best year ever, and I'm very enthusiastic about it. So thank you all founders, thank you all leaders, thank you everyone that has been championing the growth of Founders Tanzania. I wish you a good day and also be blessed.